So let's make banana tart tatin. What's a tatin, you say? A tatin is a pie that basically has fruit, caramelized fruit, with a disc of pastry. How did it come to be? Tatin. Tatin, the rumor is, or the legend is, that the Tatin sisters made an apple pie, and they put the delicious apples and everything into the oven, and then they said, oh my God, we forgot to put the crust in the bottom of the pan, so they just took the crust and put it over the apples and tucked it in the side. And they baked it, and that was the first tart tatin. This is the most incredible dessert that anybody can make, unless they are a complete moron. This dish has 3 ingredients, and I'm not kidding you. Bananas, sugar, and butter. The first time I made this, I was like, this is not gonna work. It works, okay? You take 4 tablespoons of butter, 8 tablespoons of sugar, good bananas, and a cast iron pan. Oh, cast iron, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the butter and you're gonna kind of drop it in the pan. I'm not kidding you, this is how you make it. So here's my 4 tablespoons of butter, which is a half a stick, softened. And I'm kind of dropping it in here. You think, how could this possibly work? So it's gonna look something like that, the bottom of your pan. Then you're gonna slice up some bananas. This is so easy, but don't tell anybody, because then they'll think you're some kind of genius or a wizard or something. Here's the deal with bananas. Bananas are, I'm not a hippie, but bananas are incredibly hard to digest, which most people don't know, especially if they're not ripe. If your bananas are green on the stick part, you should really wait. If they're green on the banana part, don't eat it, because it'll give you, bananas, they're trying to kill me. It'll do that to you. So you want to make them, speckled, not rotten, but speckled, like brownish specks all over, and no green stem. Okay, so try and get them yellow the whole way through. Bananas. Okay, we're gonna cut the bananas. This is going in a tart, all right? So you want the slices to look kind of nice. Oops, that one was bigger, but it doesn't matter. Now the interesting thing is you can use any kind of fruit to make the tatin, but I suggest you use fruit that doesn't release a ton of liquid. Like I made it with peaches and it was delicious, but the pastry gets a little soggy. So you want to try and do it with something that doesn't weep. Moo, moo. What you're gonna do is take 8 tablespoons of sugar. You're gonna take a little bit of this sugar and kind of sprinkle it over this softened butter. So the fruit is gonna sleep on a bed of sugar and be covered by a sugar blanket, just like Leonard. I took about half the sugar. Now, because it's dinner party tonight, I'm gonna do this nicely. But I'm telling you, you can do this as messily as you want. So you're gonna kind of overlap these in a nice design all the way around your pan. You gotta line up bananas in step. You gotta line up bananas, you bet. You gotta line up bananas in step. You gotta line up bananas, you bet. You will impress your friends, I'm telling you. They'll be like, what, did you buy this at a store? And you'll say, no, I didn't buy it at a store, I made it. I made this sort of pretty and sort of country style. There are your bananas. Then you take the rest of the sugar and you cover it in a sugar blanket. Oh, bananas, you will dream. Oh, bananas, it seems you'll be a pie for you and I. Oh, bananas, bye-bye. The pastry force is with you. This is puff pastry. You're not scared, you're a dinner partier. This has been defrosted overnight, so it's in perfect condition. I'm opening it. Remember, you peel the paper off. It looks like a ancient scroll or Bible. Or what do they call it? Not Bible, manuscript, I don't know. Something's rectangular. Okay, I'm just gonna roll it out a little teensy bit. Don't leave clumps of raw flour. That's nasty. I'm gonna flip it one more time. Don't break! Okay. Put your pan like this. And you're gonna cut a rough circle that's bigger than the pan. Bigger than the pan. And then you're gonna take this little thing, okay, and you're gonna put it over your pan, and you're gonna kind of go like this. And then you're gonna try to fold this. This is too big. So try and feel with your hands to the edge of the bananas and fold it so it's like almost underneath the side bananas. See that? So you're gonna take it and you're gonna kind of make that's the little problem area there. This is too big. And you're gonna make a little like packet with it, which is what the Tatin sisters supposedly did. They were trying to cover up that they forgot, and that's what you're doing. It's gonna look something like that. I made a little egg wash, which is simply an egg beaten in a thing. You don't have to do this. It makes the pastry shiny. Who's gonna see the bottom? Unknown. But kind of paint your pastry with this. The sides is what they might see, so kind of focus on the side a little bit. And then some on the top. Wipe the excess egg wash because it may make your tatin stick. And then you put this in a 400 oven, or 410, until it is dark brown and puffed. So if there's any gap in between assembling it and baking it, you should put this in the fridge because puff pastry is one of the few things that works better straight out of the fridge. Here's our little Tatin. He's going in to sleep in a very hot oven. I'm using convection. You don't need convection, but it needs a hot oven. Here we go. Goodbye, little Tatin. Don't be scared. You will die. Time-lapse, 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 time-lapse. Oh. Oh. So a brief warning. That sugar is actually dangerous. If it touches you, it'll A, stick, and B, it'll really burn you. Just in case of accidentally splashing, which I've done, caramel on you, it's like a nightmare. So we're gonna just wait a few minutes. It's already thickening. This is a good one. I made it really good. You'll die. You can serve a tatin plain, or you could serve it with homemade ice cream, which we are gonna do. We're also gonna serve it possibly with whipped cream plain or cream chantilly, which is a fancy word for sweetened whipped cream. I don't know why they just don't call it that. It's gonna be huge. This is not 100% safe, okay? I'm gently pushing it. It's a little country style. But there is a banana tatin. I'm just cleaning up the excess caramel. You can leave this for as long as you want. You can leave it overnight covered. You cannot serve it like this or you will hurt people. It'll burn their mouths. Because it's, as you can see, it's mostly melted sugar. You can serve this room temperature. I wouldn't warm it up because you'll loosen it again. I wouldn't serve it cold either. Tatin. You gotta line up bananas, bananas in step. You gotta line up bananas, bananas you bet.